I wasn't in any plans to do any kind of production at all. I had a totally different agenda. And out of the blue, I was sent by my manager, who Mike had contacted, 5 songs by email, and I put them on, intending to sort of dip in, because I get sent lots of material, and I just played through all 5 for enjoyment. You know, like I wanted to see where they went to. I wanted to know where these songs went. I was hooked.
I'd love to kill you with a kiss. I'd like to strike you down with bliss. I'd like to tie you up in knots until your heart stops.
I've no idea what people expected with me and William working together. I mean, I hadn't met him, so I didn't know his whole work. But because I never worked with him, I didn't want any of the soul to be taken out of the music. And he got that straight away. We sort of bonded over various things. One of them was my doll's house, because he's really into taking pictures of miniature things. Are we talking small scale or human size?
This one's human size.
Brilliant.
With toys and just a fantasy studio.
Amazing.
We had a very good collaborative relationship, William and I, in that we sort of trusted each other. I think he trusted me to stay out of the way, but he would sometimes come to me and ask me, who should I use for this, that, or the other? And my job was to enable the production to proceed with him getting what he wanted. So we collaborated on making the album happen, but he made the album with Katie and I stayed away.
Pleasure would taste so sweet. I'd like to open up your skin and wander there with you.
Oh my God, it's just lovely.
Started end of November, no, end of October, and then finished end of January.
Kind of moved in, didn't we?
Yeah.
We kind of took it over for 2 months, 3 months, or made it our home. Nice to do that, because it's not the thing that's done these days. We all work on Pro Tools and laptops. To go into a studio with clear vision, fabulous songs, and the musicians were great. I mean, I think we got really the best out of those guys.
We had about 15 songs when we went into the studio, and because we were recording with my band, you know, they're just incredible musicians. So it was really quick. I think within 2 weeks we had all the rhythm tracks recorded.
Yeah, I really like it.
I was influenced by the fact that the material had plenty of time to be developed. But then I think there's a sense of excitement on the actual recordings because, you know, we weren't deliberating over them too long. They were captured in the first instance when they were played by the musicians.
When you're producing, you have to work very hard and you have to pay maximum attention, and it's somebody's record. You have to totally believe in it, and you can't let them down, the artist down. And this, particularly when it's something like what I got, you know, I knew that I was dealing with a proper artist, somebody that was charting their own course very obviously, and it's a responsibility. But to my delight, it turned out really fun and creative and a joy every day. It was great. And
That's bonkers. I can't believe you doubted yourself. That is quite mad.
Well,
no. I suppose everyone does in some ways, but
not so much my musical ear, but the ability to kind of
handle the whole situation.
Yeah, and to be good, to be good value for money, if you like. You know, to give. Right. To give, you know, what was required. I mean, I always used to listen to those interviews with people who were either in music or actors or writers, and they'd say, oh, I can't believe I do what I love to do most and get paid for it. And I wasn't sure if I felt that way, and now I kind of do. I know what they're saying.
Might be shocked at the difference, but I don't feel like there was any intention of shocking anyone or to try and make it different. You know, it was just, these things happen. You work with a different set of people, you're in a different mind state, and and you feel like being a bit reckless and, you know, just trying things, and then they work, you know, and you go, God, that's really inspiring me. And, you know, 6 months later, that song is still inspiring me, and you go, OK, I'm on the right track here. I love the fact that that copper fuzz represents the space on the record.
Where's the fuzz?
That's the waste
chip jar
coming
at the
out
back.
of it. Can you see that? So that represents, like, the nothing of the album. And this is the thing of the album. I'm trying to see if I can take it home. You know, the nothing of the album. Oh.
Which it actually...
And it might be mixing with a bit of metal nothing.
You can hear it singing. If I dim the monitors.
Isn't that cool?
This is really cool. And, of course, it also represents the sound because it's an exact copy of the groove that's taken out. If you could just light the metal.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
But in a cloud of sound.
Yeah.